What's up, everybody? Dog 985. There's levels to this. I'm about to get ready to go to bed, but I saw some reactions already from my last video, and I just wanted to say this before I go to bed because I don't feel like commenting to everybody that said this. So first I'll start out by giving a shout out to my dude Jari. What's up, dude? He reacted to my video on Twitter. Essentially, first he put like camera emojis, like took a picture of it, took a snapshot of it, whatever. And then essentially he replied to somebody else under my post saying that I was just setting myself up the same way a lot of people are setting themselves up. Essentially, the only way I could assume is Jay Bowery saying that all these games, eventually all of them are going to be $80 and we're all going to comply and we're all going to pay for $80 games and it's not going to matter. It's going to be a moot point, whatever the case may be. I want to make it very clear. My issue is not necessarily with games being $80 because there are some games that warrant being $80. There are some games that have that status and that they know they're going to go ahead, drop the game at $80 and people are going to pay for it. My issue was the arrogance of the CEO of this company saying this out loud. The arrogance of him being able to say, if you want this, if you're a real fan, you will figure it out. Saying it is not up to me. Maybe, again, like I said in my video, maybe it's not directly up to him, but as the CEO of Gearbox, he's got to have some type of influence. You're not going to tell me that CEO doesn't have any influence. He doesn't have an opinion. He doesn't have a voice at all. That sounds iffy to me. But then to say if you're a fan, if you're a real fan, you will figure it out. That part really bothered me. Now, I saw not just Bari, shout out to BG as well. BG, I think, also said in a tweet that what this guy said wasn't wrong. If you want something, you're going to figure it out. I replied back to Bari, though, and I said to him, God bless you, man. It seems that you've never been in a situation where you've been a fan of something and you couldn't figure out how to get that, right? See, the whole figuring out thing is very, very dangerous. If you tell me that I'm not a fan of something, and if I am a fan of something, I'll figure out a way to get it, you're inviting a lot of different things. Because what if the way I want to figure out how to get that is not the way you would like me to figure out how to get it? What if the way that I figure out how to get something is detrimental to you? A lot of us come from places where people were fans, real fans of, let's say, something like Jordans. People were real fans of the money that you had in your pocket. They were real fans of the jewelry that you had. And they figured out ways to get that. They figured out ways to get that. In my last video, I said, don't buy the game. I said, you go ahead and review bomb the game, but review bomb the game not because the game is bad, but because of the price of the game. If they do decide to drop at $80 and you don't think that it's worth that, right? But I didn't say figure out how to play the game, if you know what I mean. I didn't say that because that's flat out stealing, right? Let's call it what it is, right? But again, to some people, figuring it out means something completely different. And if you're going to question me for being a fan because I don't want to figure something out, because my way of figuring out is going to cost me to cross some boundaries, and then I'll figure it out and to prove to you that I'm a real fan, then don't threaten me with that. That's the only thing. Not every game is worth $80. Some people are in a lot more privileged situations where the $80 doesn't hurt them at all and they could waste $80. I've wasted a lot of money on video games. I really have. People call me out on it all the time. If you count up all the amount of money that I spent on devices in terms of video games, I've spent a lot of money on video games this generation for sure. But still, everything that I've spent, I felt like it was worth it so far. I felt like I got out of it. I felt okay when I paid that. But if somebody was to tell me, you're not a fan if you're not willing to figure out how to get this, nah, homie, screw you, dude. So it's okay to have disagreement and have discourse, right? I'm excited to see where this goes because I assumed everybody was on this side. But no, there's people clearly saying that this dude said nothing wrong, that what he said is perfectly fine, that it's true. If you want something, you'll figure it out. Okay. Careful what you wish for. Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. We out. Peace.